Good, good morning, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend, humanist Stephen on matters arising with humanist Stephen. And this morning is going to be another very interesting time. And it's going to be this is the weekend episode of our every morning show, guys. Just give me a minute. Let me try to fix my system. This is going to be the last episode of this week. Then as we go over to next week again, Christmas is getting closer. Even on Christmas Day, you're going to sit down in your city rooms while you get the update from the stables of humanist Steven and what is happening around the world and particularly in our nation, Nigeria, as of today. And also, I'm also here to give issues on the issue that's also, transpiring in in the north. I mean, in the east and the north and the west and the south part of Nigeria. So while you're just coming, guys, just press your share button. Let's try to invite friends to this show as we go into the show for today. You guys just invite friends in. I come up with every form of controversies. Please, as you're just coming, just press the share button, invite friends. I think we have 6 persons now on the show. Please just press your share button, invite friends, then give us some thumbs up as we come into the show. Thank you, guys. Just come in, invite friends, invite friends, and give us some thumbs up. Yeah, guys, please just some thumbs up as you come in. Give us some thumbs up. Let's see how we can be able to muster this unprecedented show today, guys. Thank you, guys. Let me get some thumbs up, please. We are about 10 people now watching from Facebook and 2 from YouTube. You can just press your share button, and then we can go a little bit more faster and invite a lot of people to today's show. I promise you, you're not going to regret being on the seat today, guys. So just do some work, give us some like, give us some thumbs up, press your share button, and if today is your first time of following me, please go to my Facebook page, Matter Rising with Humanist Steven. Follow the Facebook page and like the page. And this is your first time of following me on YouTube also. Please just kindly go to Niger Watch YouTube and click on the subscription button. Then go top down again. You're going to get a notification. Click on the notification button, and then we are set to go. Okay, guys, this is what we need to keep the job going. Because the more you do that, the more signals are being sent out. Notification will be sent out to other people to come in and be part of this very, one in a lifetime show. This show is quite completely different from every other show that we are having right now on the social media space. I come here every day to give you a DVD dictates analysis of what is really happening in Nigeria, and we get the fact, not just maybe just my own understanding at all. We'll get a lot of fact from people who we know that are actually the sources are actually right and they're very, very authentic. Okay, guys. So if that is the case, that shows that we're actually going and doing something really, really, really big. So my own advice is we can help each other right now by just pressing the share buttons and let's do the needful. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, now let's kick the show starting. Uh, Thank you, guys. Please just press the share button and give us some like. We have about 12 persons watching on Facebook. At least I need to get 12 likes. Okay, guys. Uh, the first news again is from your president, whom our big brother NNamdi Kanu said is a clone. He's a guy from Jubrin from Sudan, according to Masari Kanu. He says this morning, Buhari says Kankara abduction meant to embarrass his administration. Sometimes I can't, just truly, guys, sometimes I can't even explain the way and manner. I don't know. I think, I don't really, I can't even explain the way and manner that Buhari speaks. You know, what is embarrassing your government by kidnapping? Is it a setup or what? If this is a setup, it means the Shibu girls kidnapping was a setup. It means it was set up to actually embarrass the government of a good luck Billy Jonathan. Simple and pure. If that is the narrative that the government of the day is trying to portray to the world to see. So if it's that the kidnapping of or the adoption of this Kankara boy as school children were all to embarrass this administration, that also means that what they have been saying concerning Goodluck Jonathan was all for the embarrassment of the of Goodluck Jonathan administration. You know, and yesterday again the Shehu Gaba came out to make a public apology on his misinformation of the general public over the adoption of over 300 and over 300 students. You know, as of today, it was 300 for the first student that were actually, you know, released from the custody of the adopters. Okay, and he said there were just 10 of them. That two of the children who came out gave them that information. Yesterday, came back to say, "I am sorry that the information I gave was not okay." That shows that many of the informations himself and his partner in crime, Femi Adesina, are actually given to the general public are actually not accurate kind of information. So for you to have given an information that 10, because any information that comes from the presidency must be authentic, must be verifiable before you go to the media. They are the people that are talking about hate speech, fake news, and all that. But he had just propagated a fake news on a national television. It was broadcast live, watched by home and the international community. Now, after being exposed, he's coming out to say he's sorry. He had come to apologize. Apologize over what? For misleading the Nigerian people over a statement that you knew was outrightly false, or you did it purposely in order for you to gain some level of sympathy, or to wave away the damage. Brother Frank, good morning, sir. That was created on the government whereby you are one of the leading political leaders. Okay? Then another shocker, this is serious. A 10 years old girl throws stepmother in well to avenge maltreatment. Please, please, guys, I want to tell these ladies, if you know a man had a child before or had children before, and the man came after you, and you knew of it before going into the marriage, it is better you don't go at all. If you know you cannot be able to love the children as you actually love your own children. That's just the truth there. I want to advise our ladies in particular, because men is very rare with men maltreating the children of their wives that they had for another man. But it is very, very common with women that they maltreat children of another woman that they met in the house. If you know you cannot treat the children as your own children, do not go into that marriage. Because the children were already there. And you men who gives these women unnecessary rights, unnecessary privileges to treat your children as if they are not children. You don't do that. No matter what their mom would have done to you, no matter what would have happened, your blood is your blood. So you don't sit down, fold your hands, and watch a woman maltreat your own children in your face, and you say nothing about it. And those women, it is inhuman on your type. Because you don't know what's going to happen to that marriage tomorrow, whether you're going to be sacked again by the man and bring in someone else. So that's why you have to be very, very careful when you go into a home and begin to maltreat the people you met on ground. Please, guys, just share it as you come in, guys. Just share this video. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. So why Apapa great luck persists, Fashola, but we all know Lagos State has been under traffic, from inception. Okay. And so it's not even today, just that you guys want to use it to actually make more money, to your godfather in Babylon. Election is coming and the guy needs all the money in the world. So you guys are generating money from the common man, not from the government anymore. You're generating from the common man just for you to be able to enrich yourself and get yourself more rich. I heard that if a car is being seized, on people driving on one way, is 200,000. Or when they impound your car, they can actually sell your car off in auction. Okay? Insecurity, we cannot continue like this. Nigerians February. Yeah, I'm going to be one of those Nigerians who go to February. You need to live up to expectation, fix the nonsense that is actually happening today in Nigeria. The insecurity is so persistent. Whether they are using it to rubbish your government or not, we the Nigerians do not actually care. What we care is we want our lives to be secured. We are living, like people who do not actually have, a government as of today. The rate at which, banditry, kidnapping, Boko Haram, ISIS, Fulani elders are actually ravaging the entire nation from the south to the east, to the west, and to the north. They are actually killing us in numbers. So that actually brought about this every morning, newspaper show to actually tell the world what the Nigerians are going through at home. Many of us in diaspora do not have the time to go to some of this newspaper because of our schedules. Those of us that have the time that have decided to taking this as our own kind of job, to come out here every day and inform the people about what is happening. We are telling you guys, the Nigeria of today isn't safe at all. Isn't safe. Isn't safe at all. Oh, my dear Messi, how you doing? Isn't safe at all. So we must know that. Now, there's another thing. There's another thing you also need to know about. There's another thing you also need to know about the COVID-19 test, okay? What every Nigerian should know about COVID-19 vaccine. So it's very good you know it. There's a video I saw yesterday of a lady the first lady who took a COVID-19 vaccine, and after about 17 minutes, she fainted. Then when she was also doing a broadcast again, she fainted. Sister Yvonne, good morning, ma. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Try as much as possible to actually know what is actually happening with the COVID-19 vaccine. Okay, international team tracing COVID origin will go to Wuhan. WHO says that. You'll be saying this now is it will be 1 year by March since this very particular virus. No, it was in November. It was in November that the virus broke out. So it's already 1 year now, and the lockdown is going to be 1 year by March. So the world have not actually known what was actually the the cause of this very particular, pandemic that is actually ravaging the world today. So I think that when such a pandemic comes into the world, what the World Health Organization ought to have done is to swing into action, trying to know what was the origin. Because if you know the origin, you can be able to now understand how it came about and what are the solutions. So you don't treat, a sickness without going to see or to understand the foundation of that sickness. Okay? Because all sicknesses have nearly the same symptoms. If I have HIV, for example, I'm going to have malaria. From there, I'm going to have cough. From there, I'm going to have this. No, so it's the same normal symptoms that comes up. But until you go down to the root to understand why is this man sick, why is this one sick, you will not be able to get the true foundation. Okay? That's the same thing with COVID-19 right now. If you have COVID-19, you're going to have cough, sneezing, all this normal influenza, yearly flu. It's just the same symptoms that comes with this COVID-19. What has actually led us to that place? I think it is high time we do that in order to save life, because the vaccine, the arrow DNA that they are trying to put on the people is not compatible with the human beings. I have listened to very many doctors who have spoken about this very particular vaccine, that it is not compatible with human DNA. So I want to say it is time the people step up, particularly because I'm afraid for Africa on this. I'm afraid for Africa on this. The West can be able to manage, the outbreak of whatever the vaccine can cause, but can the African government manage it? Because we depend solely 120% on the foreign world, who had actually put us where we are today, for everything that we need. We depend on them practically. So they can give us anything and our leaders will accept it and put it into our body and kill us. Either they end up killing us physically, or they make many of our women impotent, inability to bear children, according to what I've read in many of the articles written by well-known medical doctors all over the world. Okay, guys. So that's that for the COVID-19. Now, 6 days in bandit dens, we went through we released the kastina student. Okay, thank you for going through hell. That is the reason why you guys need to start speaking up over the insecurity that is actually ravaging the country today. Now, you guys knew these guys now, because the people that took you into captivity, you guys knew them. And secondly, they release you guys on trucks again. Is the government going to tell me it's not aware of the guys? Doesn't know who actually drove the trucks down? Why were the truck drivers not arrested? Remember the same thing happened with the Dapchi girls. The very day they were released from captivity, the villagers were on the road. The policemen were there. They protected these people. They released them. And these people drove back in the presence of the security agencies. I don't think there is anywhere in the world whereby terrorist groups who is committing great havoc on the people, of a nation. We drive into the village, not releasing the children in the forest and allow them to wander away. We drive into the village, drop the kidnappers or the abductors, as the case may be, and drive out of the village without any resistance from the security operatives. Okay? Adoption, rescue of Kankara's boys, a big scam at our expense, Afenifere. I am 100% in support of that. It is a scam just to take money again from the South into the hands of these people. That's why I said the South must, not will, must be united. The South must underline, must be united. I hope that the way Afenifere is talking now, I hope the Niger Delta Council is talking. I hope the Igbo is talking. We must always speak in unison. And these people know what they are doing, guys. They know what they are doing. This guy strives in insecurity. That's the truth. There are some of these people from the north who actually perpetrated this insecurity are multi-billionaires today without doing nothing. They sit in the comfort of their homes and they make bastard money at the expense of the government. Do you know? Do you know that Meitiala, the Meitiala were the people that did the negotiation with the adopters. Don't forget, Shikau, the leader of the Boko Haram sect, came out and claimed responsibility for the kidnapping of the Kankara boys. And there are news here that I have on my wall that the aide to Governor Bello Masari said on Shara Reporters that it is the Meitiala that actually planned and orchestrated the kidnapping of the Kankara boys. So, you see, if Chikau said we kidnapped the boys, Meitiala became the negotiator. Guys, get it now, get the link now. Now, an aide to the governor said the Meitiala are the adopters or the kidnappers of these school children. So if you tie the knots together, tie them together, the three knots, it will take you to the point that the Fulani elders ravaging the South today are actually an olive arm or an extension or a branch of the Boko Haram. So if the Meitiala said we're going to do a negotiation, Shikau said we are the ones that kidnapped them to stop education. And Ed said the Meitiala is actually the problem. So put them together, that shows that all the boys you have in the south of Nigeria are actually Boko Haram extensions. So if our leaders, yeah, thank you, my brother, Trooks. I hope Oyema, because I love him. I love that guy. He's a guy that I so much give respect to because of what he did during the issue that was happening in what is it called in South Africa then, when they actually went and flew back Nigerians who were in South Africa for free. For free. He flew them back for free without losing, without collecting not even a kobo from them. So I must praise him for that. And such a man actually have a art of the unity of the South. So I must say we are ready to follow suit. Okay, we are ready to follow suit, to listen to people like that. That is my cry. That is my motto. Anything that can unite the South together, Stephen is for it. Humanist Stephen is for it. If Alliance or Yema can do that for us, then fantastically, we are ready to follow suit. I'm going to be here to give him all the support that he needed on this platform. All I just need to get information that he's doing, then I'll be here to blow it up, to blow the trumpet, to make sure the South are united. Okay, guys, that is my take. Okay, I'm going to have a lot of news today because it's Saturday dose. Saturday dose is always longer than the normal weekly dose. So I'm going to read a lot of news today. I'm going to put a lot of analysis on the news. Please, you're just coming in, press the share button because we are quite a lot today right now. We're 37 on Facebook and 36 on YouTube. So if we all give us one thumbs up and one share, we're going to get ×2 or ×4 of that in the next few minutes. Because I'm going to go straight now to the deals of the day. You know the way I do it. If I give you new headline, then I give you the body of the news and we move on. The first news we're going to have today is a very news that I'm not too happy about anyways, but I will just read it and so that we start knowing who are actually the problem of the South. Okay? Like I said, let me repeat again one more time in all my show. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. That is nice. You know, I love that guy. That guy has been a guy that I so much appreciate. You know. So now, before I say something here, let me say, people will not say I'm one-sided. I'm not one-sided. I came to balance what is happening in our nation, particularly in the South. Okay? I came to balance. We want the unity of the South. That is my major concern. Anything that is against the unity, I'm a little bit conscious of it. Get that, guys? Good. Now, you know, this Eastern Security Network has actually been on the front burner of all the news in the last 1 week. You know, since on Saturday last week when NNamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, known as IPOB, you know, launched this Eastern Security Network on his Facebook page, and also put up some videos of these guys when they in parade somewhere, you know, in the forest where nobody actually knew where that actually took place. And since then, there have been a mixed reactions over what happened and how he managed to get that and what he is doing and all that and that. So that has actually risen up a lot of dust in both in the South and in the northern part of the country today called Nigeria. Okay. Now, I said Eastern Security Network, Kanu does not have our blessings or backing, Igbo leaders. So I don't actually know what is the definition of an. Sorry guys, please, like I said, don't feel offended when I say some of these things here, because I just want to express things the way they are. Okay. If you go to the west of today, of Nigeria today, we have the Afeniferes. When the Afeniferes speaks, the Yoruba leaders have spoken. When Afenifere speaks, the Yoruba leaders have spoken. But now the Igbo leaders are telling one is in the Igbo. So I'm a little bit confused there. You see the disunity I'm talking about now. There's some people who call themselves the leaders or the elders. If you're an elder, you're supposed to be part and parcel of the umbrella that covers the entire elders in Igbo land. This is not about this security network, guys. Get it now. No. What I'm trying to say every day is this ember of disunity that we always create in the South for no reason. Now, when I have an the elders coming up to make a statement, it's a little bit worrisome to people like us today. Okay, guys. So now you get my point. Now I said the elder called on the leadership of Ohaneze in the Igbo to not only to disown Kanu's action, but advise people of the region against falling prey to Kanu illegal activities. Okay, now I go. Igbo elders have decried the formation of an illegal security outfit codenamed Southeast Security Network by the leaders of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and tasked governors of the Southeast region to move against the action immediately. Besides, the elders called on the leadership of Ohaneze Indibo not only to denounce Kanu's action, but advise people of the region against falling prey to Kanu illegal activities. This news is from Shara reporters, guys. Okay. They, however, called on the Southeast governor to lead the way in forming a security outfit that could protect that region, similar to amount to conform by the authorities of the Western region. Yeah, I might say reasons with that, but not coming against it. What they will just do is to talk to Nnamdi Kanu, and they should bring these guys out, retrain them, get them all they need to get them in, and make them useful in the security of life and property in the Southeast. The reason why I say this is this, because if you decide to go against these guys and do not recognize them, they are already with arms and ammunition that is not legally registered in the Nigerian Constitution, then you are already creating a parallel, security outfit, which will lead to unnecessary confrontation in the eastern part of Nigeria. Okay, guys? Simple and pure. That is my ideology. So my take is, why not call these guys together, sit them down, call Nnamdi Kanu, wherever it is, let's sit down and discuss this issue and see on how they can be able to infuse these people into the already planned security outfit of the eastern Nigeria, in order for us to have a counterproductive actions. I understand what they're saying, because it was not done legally. Yeah, but apart from that, you're saying undermining these people, 500 of them, according to what we hear, maybe there might be even more than 500. And if 500 of these guys actually have guns at their disposal today, then we are at risk if we don't treat this thing, very well. It might end up being what we are seeing in the north today. It might end up being what happened one time in the South when they have this agitation where arms were taken against the state. That's my advice, and I will just say it the way it is. Many may not accept my submission, but that's me. Also, they charged the Southeast governor and the businessmen in the region to put resources together and form a security outfit like Amatukun or civilian JTF backed by law, which can be controlled and be effective. Let me say something here, guys. The civilian JTF started operation before they were backed by law. Like I said, I am not in support of anything illegality. No, I am not in support of the way NNamdi Kanu put it up. I said this from last week Sunday to this moment. But what I'm saying is this: since we already had some people trained who are already in our forests. There was a video that was trending that these guys are already in the forests with AK-47, AK-49, parading the forests of the eastern region, particularly in Anambra State precisely. So if that is already there, then the best you could do is to call these guys and do it the way the Benue State governor did the civilian JTF. After these guys came out as a result of the insecurity in Benue State, in the northeast that time, and they began to support the soldiers by fighting. They came out first as hunters. Having seen the way and manner they were actually operating in their forests, then the military then could not have any other options than to ask the law to give them a backup so that they can carry rifle arms and be able to help the military in order to kill or to dismantle the strongholds of the Boko Haram in Benue State as at that time. So that is how the civilian JTF came into operation. Now that we now have one being formed illegally, just like the way the civilian JTF was formed illegally, we can actually, speak with whoever that is leading them and put them under the control of the constitution of the eastern state of Nigeria based on the 1999 constitution as amended as of today. So if the West can have a Motokun, Eduse can have what they call the community policing, then the East can also have their security network. It doesn't matter. These are all, the people there, they are not aliens, they're actually Igbo boys and Igbo girls who are actually doing these services to their own community. Okay, guys? So that is my take on that. So the Igbo elder said why they recognize the desire of the people to protect themselves through community policing, given the worsening security problem in the country, it must be done with the country established laws. That I 100% agree to. That I have said on this show many times. Okay? So you must follow the law. As of now, we from the East, we are still part and parcel of the nation called Nigeria until otherwise. Then if not that, as long as we are still part and parcel of it, we must do everything humanly possible to follow the laid down rules and regulations so that they will not swan on us and take us as the enemy of the nation. Okay, guys, the Southeast Elders operating under the age of Conference of Igbo Elders for Peace and Development. In a statement, said Kanu action does not have their blessings and asked Nigerians to see his actions as personal and not representing the region. In the statement signed by Dr. Festus Edochie, National President, and Barrister Mrs. Esther Amadine, National Secretary of the group, respectively, the elder said their attention to the inglorious activities of Mr. Kanu was drawn to a trending video of some misguided youth armed with prohibited firearms and dangerous weapons. We observed with utmost shock and a concern a disturbing video of a group of some misguided youth codenamed Eastern Security Network bearing arms and circulating on social media. In the said video, the group, which claimed to be operating somewhere in Anambra State, just what I said that, carried AK-47 and other dangerous weapons under the guise of providing security against violent crime being committed by Herdsmen in the region. Thank God that they know that Herdsmen actually, killing us in the region. We condemn this group and its activities in its entirety and call on all Southeast governor and women in Igbo to come out and condemn this act of criminality being sponsored by a self-appointed leader of a proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they said in the statement. The Igbo elders added, while we recognize perfectly the yearning and desire of every Nigerian today for community policing and self-security due to the insecurity in the country, we insist it must be done in accordance with the law of the land and by the right people who are legally empowered to do so. No power, no group or individual has the legal right to bear prohibited firearm of that nature without the proper backing of the law. That I 100% accepted. Hence, we must all rise in the Southeast to not only condemn but also distance ourselves from this act without delay. No doubt, the current security architecture of Nigeria has failed, and Nigerians deserve to protect themselves. But that must be done within the ambits of the law. We are Nigerians and cannot form a parallel security arm that bear prohibited cannot form a parallel security arm that bear prohibited firearms for any reasons in our region. End of quote. Okay. Then let me just read two or three comments from the people there. We have one Chineye say, who are the elders? The elders that couldn't defend their people from Fulani Herdsmen. Elders call elders ni. Our able Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Mechuku Okika Abiyama. Sorry if I did not be pronounce this word. Continue to protect you. The other one again from Umanchuku said, some of the elders are confused because of the peanut they get from politics. But we genuine citizens of great Igbo nation, is pouring our blessing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then there's one Elo White, Eloka said, I have never heard of Igbo elders. Our elders are in our respective villages and they don't have common union. Maybe they are Ato Eze's elders. Then we have Dimda Musa Goni. What is right to do does not require any so-called backing or blessing because it comes with natural blessing. I'm beginning to think that the Igbos are their own enemies. Okay, this guy now is a northerner that is saying this now. He's from Hausa, is from Hausa land that just said this now. I think just what I said the JTF started somehow, and at the end they were infused into the system when they start seeing what they are doing. You know, so then one Ayodele from I think this is from the West, and I said, I respect elders a lot. A folk talk waiting day my mind now. Anyways, the time for the elders is over. Since they didn't put anything in place for security, the youth have taken over. Next news, please. You see what I'm saying now? Even from the north, people are supporting whatever Nnamdi Kanu is doing. That's why it's illegal. Yeah, we know that, so they don't come and start killing people. But we are all supporting it because the killing was becoming too much in our communities. Because I would have asked these people to quietly call Nnamdi Kanu, speak to him, and they ask him how would they be able to put this whole security wahala into place. Yeah, I just quoted some names. Maybe you're just coming out at me. I just quoted some names for you. If you go over to the video again, there are people that actually said they are the ones that are the leaders. Let me go back. I'm going to get their names for you right now. I think I quoted the name. This is from Charly Reporter, actually. I'm going to quote their name for you. I've already talked about it from the beginning that, let me say their name. I think one barrister and one, said, in the statement signed, are you there now? In the statement signed by Dr. Festus Edoshi, National President, and Barrister Mrs. Esther Amandi, National Secretary of the group, respectively. Okay, so it is crazy that these people will just wake up one day and want to do some of the things they do. Like I said, I am not in support of all this nonsense that they are doing. Okay, I've been saying that if there's any illegality in it, we can easily collect the illegality by making this thing workable. These guys already had guns. They're already doing the job, just like the JTF in the north. Why is South? Why are we always different in the way we do things? Listen, guys, like I'm repeating again, I am not supporting illegality, but since it's already there, why not find a way to legalize it and bring these people under the control of the government, just like the civilian JTF did in Borno State, that is helping them today in fighting against the insurgency in the northeast of Nigeria. Okay. Yeah. Admin, this is from Sarah Reporter. What I do here, I read news. Okay. I just read news, then I elaborate on it. Okay. This one is from, I think everybody must know this guy now. Anybody does not know this guy? Okay. Any Igbo man that does not back Eastern Security Network is foolish. Charly Boy Thunders. Any Igbo man that does not back the Eastern Security Network is foolish. Charly Boy Thunders. Okay, just hold on, guys. The popular musician Charles Oputa, aka Charly Boy, has expressed dissatisfaction regarding the less backup gained by the newly formed security outfit, Eastern Security Network, from the East and South. Recall that NNamdi Kanu had earlier launched the security. I think people are actually blocking this very particular show. Okay. So I couldn't open this anymore. Sorry, guys. Okay, I couldn't. But anyways, let's just go to the comment from our brothers. It say anybody that is engaged in this movement is an enemy of Biafra land. This is from Chidima Bright. Then there's another one again. ND Emmanuel Ozo Emane Ozo Emena say thunder go fire them. Not only foolish Fulani are busy killing our people. All these rubbish politicians can't talk because they are highly protected with their families. This I believe, sir. I so much believe in what you just said now. It is stupid for anyone to say what they are saying. Like I said, we can correct illegality, but we should not condemn it outrightly because these Fulani elders are killing us in our forests. We cannot deny that. We can't deny the fact. They are killing us in our forests like hell. Today, news does not even carry it anymore. If any death is not up to 20, news doesn't carry it in Nigeria anymore. How many of you know that? If death, that's death, is not up to 20, news doesn't carry it because it's not news. That's the level the Nigerian government has got into. If news doesn't carry, if people that died, if they're not up to 20, news doesn't carry it anymore. It means nothing anymore. Say thank you so much. One Chuku Didane said, thank you so much, Charly Boy, the area father. Anybody that want to sabotage this good gesture will not survive it. Then another one again, Felix Society. I'm 1,000,000% in support of the security network. This is a Benin guy. Those northerners are deliberately chasing local farmers or killing them to create fear in the central region, just to make every Nigerian depend on food from north. So that the day they will strike with their terrorists and cut off food supply, people will die like chickens. Wanchuku Ebuka Oledibe said, I don't back it and I'm not foolish. There is no law backing it, so it will not stand. Yeah, there's no law backing it will not stand. We can put law into place right now. We can call the government and put law into place and let it start working. Disbanding them is just creating unnecessary tension in the southeast and the south. That's just my take. These guys already had guns. I don't know why some people are not getting where I'm coming from. I'm not, like I said, I'll be saying this here, I'm not 100% in support of what NNamdi Kanu does. Yeah, but the truth is this, these guys already had guns. Like you just said where these people said right now. People that already had guns, what do you do to them? Not to create unnecessary tension in the state. Knowing fully well there is someone who actually had come and said, I'm the one that is leading these people. What do you ought to do? Call them into a roundtable talk. Discuss with them. Know their plans. Know why this came up. Then infuse them into the local community policing that they already are and back them by law and put them under the law of the eastern states. This is as simple as ABC, guys. If you say no, we don't need them, we are going to throw them away, we're creating more problem for the Southeast. Then you not create another one by the government, who also have an AK-47, maybe not even as good as the one that these boys have today. Wisdom profits to direct, guys. Everything's not about we must do it like this. No. Sometimes our brain must start working. That's just my own right now. We should not create. Guys, listen. Do you know the plan of the North? Most of these Northerners is to create insecurity in the South. That's just the plan. Some of them are happy over what is happening today to us. Okay? They're happy. Like I said, I come here to give everything. Whatever people say, I come here to give it. I put my own analysis to it. And you also have your own belief. And put up whatever you believe is also your own point. That is why this whole show is for you and I. So I'm not here to say I know it or no. I read news that comes up, then I decide to say it the way I feel it should be. So I'm just a simple analyst who tries to analyze what I feel, what I think. Many of them might not accept my belief, might not say, no, we don't need that, we should scrap all of them, throw them away, kill them, put them in the bush, wherever. But guys that are already with arms, who have not created any form of insecurity, who actually have a leader, who have their aims and objectives spelled out, despite it is not backed up by law. The best you would do to them is to call whosoever that are their leaders around, because there are many of their leaders are in the East, in Nigeria right now. Call their leaders together, have a tete-a-tete, discuss with their leaders, let them tell you their aims, why. And at the end of it, they put all these things together, they come out with a format that can incorporate them, infuse them into the community police that the Southeast will create. Not discussing and said they don't matter. Everybody matters. We should not make the mistake of Yusuf Mohammed in 2009 that gave birth to today Boko Haram. Guys, listen to me. People that are already agitating for secession, we should please not push them beyond limit. I'm begging you guys. Like I said, I am not 100% support of everything that is being done by NNamdi Kanu. I've said it many times today. But I am one who supports the united Southern Nigeria. So anything that will make South to be ungovernable, I will stand against it. Anything that will make the South to look as if we are no more, I will stand against it. If we can talk to these boys who are already in our forests, we should talk to them. If they have leaders on ground, which I think they do, we should get across to their leaders that are in the East right now and talk to them. Get a Zoom meetings with the other people. Listen, these guys are Easterners, guys. It doesn't matter what you think. If Boko Harams will surrender, they will be rehabilitated and sent abroad to study. Some of them will be infused into the Nigerian military. What the heck are you guys talking about? A well-known proscribed terrorist organization both internationally and locally. People we have seen actually massacring, killing people in dozens, in scores, in hundreds. When they surrender to the government, they actually infuse them, rehabilitate them into the military. Some of them have been flown abroad to Sudan, to Saudi Arabia, and other countries to go and learn, a new way of life. What are you guys saying? Sometimes, you see, this is why I get a little bit pissed off with the South. We are so quick in destroying our home. In creating unnecessary tension in our own state. All because we want to be politically right somewhere. Nnamdi Kanu might have his own fault because he's human. We are all humans. We all have faults. His thinking might not be my thinking. But that will not stop us from sometimes trying to sit down and say, okay, what is the way out? We should not always go to the extreme every time. I talk about negotiation and consultation in most of my videos. I'm also talking about the youth alone. The elders should start negotiating, start consulting, so that we don't create unnecessary tension in the region. By our actions or inactions. Now, there's another one again. You hear this again. Said 20 fact about Nnamdi Kanu Eastern Security Network by Ifeanyi Chijioke. Said an independent investigative journalist take a look at 20 facts about the Eastern Network launched by Nnamdi Kanu on social media. Journalists put into consideration legal implications and moral fabric of the organization that allegedly launched ESN. You see, one thing I see about the South, guys, is this. They are always antagonistic. They don't profile solutions. What I do in this show, I bring the loopholes and I profile solution to them. That's what we should be doing. Yeah, he made mistakes, understood. We all accept that. He didn't consult with anybody, fine and good. Then what is the way out? What is your solution? You hate him, good. We don't have a problem with that. Okay? You don't like his style, fine and good. We don't have a problem with that. How have you been able to secure your own region from the killer Herdsmen? That's me. That is me. Like I said, this is not about IPOB. No, it has gone beyond IPOB for me. As far as the security network that was set up is to protect the East. So it has gone outside IPOB, it has gone outside Nnamdi Kanu right now for me. It's now the people that I am fighting to see we unite. So what is the way out? They must always give us that idea. What way? How are we going to make it workable? If Nnamdi Kanu fails, according to their assumption, yeah, because he didn't consult with the right body, can't we make the wrong right? Has it gone out of place that we cannot? Or are they afraid of some certain people that they don't want to step on toes? We must start looking at that. I know Charity. That's what I'm saying now. If you follow my analysis, you understand where I'm going to. If they have actually done their jobs, for example, they've done their jobs, Amotoku came up with their own,
If the East has already done their job, Nnamdi Kanu will not do what he's doing now. If he does it, if he has done it after they have done their own, then people like will come after him. I said, come on, guy, you are contradicting the law of the land. But nothing like that was done. People were being killed in the East, raped, women being arrested all here and there. Okay, now let's look at what this Ifeanyi Chijioke said again. Guys, the South, more careful. If there is a problem, let's try to resolve the problem. It's going to help us. Yeah, we all might have our different opinions. Yeah, we know that. But that does not mean we must throw the baby and the water away. That does not mean we must throw the baby and the water away. So, if you don't like Nnamdi Kanu, fine and good. I'm not a fan of Nnamdi Kanu. But, does this security network make sense to me? I think it does. Can we correct the wrong? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, we can. That is my take. If it happened in civilian JTF, why wouldn't it happen in the East? To protect us. We are being invaded. I'm going to read another news after this. They're going to see what I'm talking about. Austin, good morning, sir. Said Ifeanyi Chijioke, and in the independent investigative journalist, take a look at 20 facts about the Eastern Security Network launched by Nnamdi Kanu on social media. The journalist put into consideration legal implications and moral fabric of the organization that allege launch Eastern Security Network. Number one, said a proscribed terrorist organization by Nigerian Court of Competent Jurisdiction and upon the ground established to have made the pronouncement. ESN with guns as the capacity to become a fully fledged terrorist organization. Oh God. Okay, number two, said if ESN, the Eastern Security Network, as claimed, is guarding forest and farmland with illegal AK-47 and not protecting lives. This poses great danger to inhabitants using these farms and forests as they are not trained to protect human lives. No law recognizes Eastern Security Network because it did not follow due process. You cannot fight to protect Nigerian farms and forests without a leave from the Nigerian Constitution. You will be arrested and jailed if caught parading yourself as ESN because it is treasonable act. An illegal harm could not an illegal harm group not recognized by Nigerian Constitution. Against the backdrop of threat to lives of indigenous people in Southeast and the murder of Prophet Anthony Owoko, an attempted murder of Ike Kerewedu in Germany by IPOB, Eastern Security Network is a clear assassination plot by Nnamdi Kanu. Who is this guy writing all this crap now? Ohaneze Ndigbo has no constitutional right to harm anybody. Although Ohaneze has no hand in ESN, Kanu is hallucinating by justifying his illegitimate security with Ohaneze Ndigbo backing. Eastern Security Network is politically motivated, and before Nnamdi Kanu migrate to Nigerian politics with ECN, he must officially announce his exit from Biafra agitation to win Nigerian trust. My brother, that's what I'm saying now, Toshuku. That's what I'm saying, my brother. I just retire for them. This one I Igbo man and they write this now. If you even have these opinions, why can't you put this opinion together and send it to Nnamdi Kanu? Or send it to anybody that they can be able to correct this illegality that we claim is surrounding what is happening today in this ESN. That's just my worries right now, guys. ESN can only be accepted by secessionists in Biafra land if it is exclusive to the restoration of Biafra. But hence, it is not for Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu must confess total commitment to Nigeria before such moves. I think this guy, I don't know what. Let me just go on. Let me not comment. Let me just read it the way it is, so that people don't say I put in my own words into what he said. Okay, ESN was not trained and has no recruitment procedure. Only recruitment demand is fetish oath taken at Ubini Ukpabi, a very dangerous group to the public. There was no political constitutions in Southeast before ESN, as it is a Nigerian regional affair and no longer Biafra affair. There are state legislatures tasked with such establishment in conjunction with the governor. Nnamdi Kanu, that's 11. Nnamdi Kanu is supreme in IPOB version of Biafra, but not supreme in Southeast. As such, he has no supreme right to solely open regional security. ESN is not recognized by the chief securities of Eastern region states. They are the constitutionally recognized office to spearhead such establishments. That's number 12. Number 13, ESN was launched in the bush, which shows the level of its illegitimacy. It is not physically public and more of a secret court than acceptable security group. Wow. Giving guns to untrained youth and telling them to guard farmlands and forests people move into is disastrous. That's number 14. These youth were deceived that the security is to fight for the restoration of Biafra. There is no orientation even on rules of engagement. Ideology remains to fight the armed force of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Wow. 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 I need to talk on this. Guy. This Ifeanyi Chijioke. Please, guy. The number 14 or number 15 fact you put before us here, I want you to retrieve that. This is wrong because you are already making or trying to create a very, very volatile, I repeat, a very, very volatile situation between the Nigerian military and the Southeast. I have said in many of my videos, when the military decide to invade the Southeast, the IPOBs are not always around the people they kill. We must tell ourselves the truth. Innocent people are being killed. Okay? So, you try to say that the adman is to, they've actually not confronted the military right now. Yes, there might be that they are not being approved by law. Yes, can we correct this abnormality? Yes. Then why can't we do it now and start doing consultations with the people that are on ground? Why trying to raise, something that we now brought problem to our region? This is what I'm talking about. Because if this military may decide to go into the Southeast now, innocent people will die. They will kill people on the street. all in the name of looking for this ESN. Every youth life will be at risk. My brother, if you understand what I'm saying, like I said now, the guys who are actually the IPOB guys, the IPOB guys will not be around on the street. They are not on the street, but innocent people will be killed. Just what they did when they came to arrest NNamdi Kanu. Do you know how many innocent people lives that were lost before his escape? Do you know how many people lives that were lost, my brothers? Let's go to number 16 before we end that. NNamdi Kanu has no outer of security experience and cannot run a security organization for Southeast region from Germany. This one said we don't even make mistake. NNamdi Kanu is not even in Germany. That also actually shows that there is something that is not so functioning well. The Eastern Security Network has no physical structure and not financed by Southeast and post criminal risk. They could indulge in armed robbery to live large. Amatekun was not opened or launched by an individual security. An individual. Security is a collective business, and as such, each ESA cannot be compared to Amatekun. IPOB is a sole proprietorship business. Privately owned company registered in UK. A company cannot run sensitive indigenous affairs such as security. Now they cannot launch Eastern Security Network to financially exploit gullible ones because there is no physically or legally no ESN anywhere. Record a nice video, post it on social media, and demand for public contribution to enrich himself is the sole agenda. Ifeanyi Chijioke, investigative and independent journalist, right from Enugu. Email ifeanyichijioke97@gmail.com. Let's read some comments. KC Eyi says, stupid journalists. So when Fulani Herdsmen carrying AK-47, people like you didn't write this length sheet of peace. Is Fulani Herdsmen legalized to carry gun? Meze Victor said, this Ifeanyi all the time. Please watch your back. Each time you keep talking trash about Ash MNK. Then one Chinedu Uwanshugu said, this is succinctly put. It summarizes everything. Thanks to Ijele. Okay? Thanks to Ijele speaks. And the author for capturing all I have been telling these people, this daft youth. The one Collier Francis said, very great point to the intelligent and true Igbo-blooded men and women out there. One Sam Don, he said, Mumu Ijele, together with your group of Sabo, do una worst. NNamdi Kanu is bigger than you people, even in the next life to come. You are adding, come to Biafra land. Your mama and your papa, they wait for you. Ewu Gambia. Sorry, guys, but that is from Sam Don, not my words. So I think that is all I can take from that because of time. Let's also go to another news right now. Let's go to another news. guys. This is crazy. This news is breaking news. Obiano dethroned three traditional rulers, reinstate 5 others. Governor Willis Obiano of Anambra had withdrawn the certificate of appointment of 3 traditional rulers in the state and also reinstated 5 others. Chief Greg Obi, Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, announced this on Friday in Oka. Obi, in a statement dated 17th December and entitled Update on Suspension of Igbo in Anambra, and the governor acted according to the power vested on him by the Anambra State Traditional Rulers Law 2007. He gave the name of the traditional rulers who had their certificate withdrawn as Ifeanyi Chijioke Uwanko of Namfia Town, Igwe Anthony Iyekwere of Owerri, and Igwe GBC Mbakwe of Abacha. The governor announced the lifting of suspension of 5 traditional rulers, including Igwe Simeon Chidibem of Umobo, Igwe A.N. Uwoneme of Ikenga, Igwe Mark Anthony Okonkwo of Alo, Igwe Chukuma Oji of Izemefite, and Igwe S.O. Obiora of Ezira. Obi said the withdrawal and reinstatement of the certificate were with immediate effect. According to the statement, the governor is also reviewing the suspension slam on Igwe Kelly Inkewi of Ibadan, Igwe Dr. Emeka Oluono of Ifituduno, and Igwe Peter Unyawa of Ukwolu. Obi said all the affected traditional rulers have 1 month to submit the certificate of recognition to the Secretary of the local government of their communities from the day of pronouncement. The News Agency of Nigeria now recalled that the Anambra government on August 11, 2020, suspended 2 traditional rulers for alleged gross misconduct. According to OP, who announced the suspension during the sanction period, the suspended traditional rulers are required to stop holding court as traditional rulers and to desist from disregarding traditional rulers function, discharging traditional ruler function in their communities or anywhere in the state and beyond. This action may be lifted at end of 1 year or renewed or upgraded in the intervening period depending on government review of your conduct. By this sanction, members of an Anambra State Traditional Ruler Council is hereby revoked. Also, any appointment into government committee is hereby rescinded, he said. You see, one of the problems of the government of today in Nigeria, in the whole Nigeria, is the power that was being vested on elected governors to dethrone kings. This is where the problem actually came from in this nation today. I can imagine a governor that is going to leave office some few months from now. Maximum, you are there for 8 years. Dethroning a king that's supposed to be there until he dies. Taking certificate and giving certificates. This is where the problem of Nigeria starts from. They forgot that the people, before the coming of the white man, actually respect, adore their traditional rulers. Okay? So, that the idea of one man who was elected by the same people. The traditional rulers are not elected by the people. It is their natural bettered right, either as a family or as the first child of the family. So when you now decide, you now have the power to either withdraw or reinstate, you're actually making this leader to compromise. The corruption in the traditional setting today is as a result of the power that was vested on these elected leaders to have the power to either reinstate or dethrone a king in his community. I think the affair of a king should have been the sole responsibility of the community where they live in. Not one man who may have issues with this community because he came from another community. Being a governor, then you take that advantage and want to now decide to do the undoable by sacking and resacking the people. It is uncalled for. I do not subscribe to that. I do not accept it. That was why when one of our leaders also in a dot den did the same thing, many of us were out fighting to make sure we are able to change the narratives. Okay, now there's another news we need to listen to right now. There's a news again here, a very, very disturbing news from Charly reporters. Killings. Benue farmers cry out over Fulani elders invasion, enslavement. Now, you guys should listen to this. This is very important. Listen to this, guys. This is why you see why I fight for the United South. This is just listen to this. A farmer and a member of the vigilante group in Idoma, who stays in Obaseki local government area of the state, explained that the armed elders deliberately grazed their cattle on farmland. Farmers in the Benue South Senatorial District of Benue had cried out over what they describe as the increasingly unbecoming activities of elders on their farmland. This situation makes it difficult for them to harvest their farm produce. A farmer and a member of the vigilante in Idoma, who stays in Obaseki local government area of the state, explained that the armed elders deliberately graze their cattle on farmlands. The farmer who spoke on condition of anonymity for fear of being attacked added that in recent times, the elders allowed their cattle graze on their farm, but farmer cannot talk for fear of being killed. According to him, there is much distance between the farm land and the police station where they can lodge any report. And the cattle rearers have allegedly compromised some of the security agencies. We know. I gave a story of one in the Delta State now. Yeah. Even if you succeed in getting the police to arrest them, the money spent and other expenditures made to convey the police to and from the station will be near the compensation to be paid, if not more. Can you imagine that? If you meet the Herdsmen on the farmland, you will be afraid to talk to them because they could kill you and nothing would happen. He lamented. The farmer cited instances of killing of one farmer, Mr. Oloje Obande, in a village known as Otobi, and the massacre which took place in Omosu village, among others, in Idomoga, Ihaje. He therefore appealed to the Benue State Governor, Mr. Sam Otom, and other relevant authorities to intervene and liberate them from hunger, starvation, slavery in their ancestral homes. Other women and men from Obiano, Iboya Ogege, and other environs decried the same situation, calling on the government to assist them and strengthen securities in their communities. These things have been happening, but we have nobody to complain to. Who will assist us aside from the police who are not empowered, one of the women said. Guys, this is what you see. So when people start crying over the activities of these elders, people say, we don't like the North. This is not the Southern, this is the middle belt complaining. In Kastina, they said, if you want to go and farm, they allow you to farm. But the moment you're going to harvest, you pay them before you are being allowed to harvest your crops. Okay? Now, this guy said this guy deliberately sent their cattle into people's farm and graze on it. And they wait for the farmer. You know how they kidnap Olufalaye? They grazed on Olufalaye farmland. And he came and tried to chase them away. The following day they came and they started shooting. They killed some of his security guards and they took Olufalaye away. They kidnapped him. This is happening along all the middle belts and the southern state of Nigeria today. Villages in the south, our mothers can't go to the farm anymore. Our aged fathers can't go to the farm anymore. Even our youths are even scared sometimes, except they are in large numbers. From the attacks of these elders who send their cattle into our farms, graze on our farms, destroy our hard-earned living, and people just want us to keep quiet. Somebody said we ate the Fulanis. We never ate the Fulanis. They've been in Nigeria since I was born. Why is it that in the last few years of this administration, they've become so volatile? Fulanis have been in the east. They have been in the west. They have been in the south from the beginning. Yes. Most of us who grow, we grew to meet them as part and parcel of the community where we live in. That's the truth of the matter there, guys. So what has changed? If not the way and manner they now act. So the government of Nigeria should start sitting down and start thinking that we cannot just fold our hands and allow this people to continuously kill us. Like I always say here, there's a woman they raped, a pregnant woman they raped, and they tied the husband's neck in Enugu. They tied the husband's neck and on the husband, and they raped this woman to death. They killed both the mother, the woman, the unborn child, and the husband in their own farm, in their own land, in the southeastern region. That's why sometimes some people will say, "Oh, this guy support NNamdi Kanu." Sometimes, because I stand for truth. I stand for truth. Man, I don't even know why. I don't even know why they cannot stop. The government cannot stop them from bringing cows to the south. These guys are killing us. They are destroying us. They put fear in us. They put fear in us that even the elites are scared to talk. We are so scared that we don't know what is going to happen, how the government is going to take it. But these people are killing your people. Listen, guys, we must always tell ourselves the truth. If what is happening in the South, for example, now, by these Fulani elders, is being orchestrated by any group, whether the IPOB, whether the Oduduwa, whether the militant in the North, do you think Nigeria will not be on fire? If we, our people, are actually the ones that is committing this havoc in the North, all in any disguise, whether as an IPOB member, as your Duduwa, a frontline, or as a great Benin descendant, wherever the name that will be here today, in the South, agitating for something. We decided to now migrate to the North with our pigs and flood their farmland with our pigs. And when they come down, we decide to kill them in their own land. Like I said, I might have some little differences with what kind of work we're doing. But one thing I took, because why you see I talk about it now, because this security network is one thing that we need in the South, all the South. We need it in all the South. So if there's any illegality, the government of the day should correct the illegality. Call these boys together, put them on salary, and empower them and give them rules of engagement. If that need be. I can imagine that people are not begging the government to come to their aid in their own land. Because some people feel they are above the law, they own the nation. And you want others to keep quiet? Everybody should just keep quiet? And some people will feel nothing is wrong? When some group of people decides that they are going to make the one region ungovernable. Look at what somebody said. Said the governors in Nigeria should, one Henry Africa Gabriel Omoregi. So the governors in Nigeria should ban all Fulani elders moving around in the state or with AK-47. We've already said that before. And the only way you can do that is when there is unity of the South. That's the truth of the matter there. The unity of the South. So they cannot be able to come through any part into any part of the South. If you are here in the South, you must provide an identity of who you are before you can be allowed to graze in our forests. And you must have a boundary where you must reach. Violating that, you violated the law. There must be a limit to where you must go. At least 5 kilometers to any farmland. To 5 kilometers to any farmland. 5 kilometers, not one, 5 kilometers to anywhere the farms are. You cannot go there. If you're being caught in that area, the forest guard, like these security networks or Amatokun, wherever they are, catches you, you are gone. You break the law. You face the law. If you resist them, they gun you down. Because these guys are not actually the only guys in Nigeria. They've lived in this nation. They've fed before. They've been feeding their cows all their lives in this nation. Why the sudden change? Why the sudden change overnight? That today they have become something that I don't even know. People are saying we should keep quiet. The one Evans, Ezekiel said, you guys should get sense for once. You keep lamenting why they keep killing you. Believe you me, your elders are done this. They will never do anything to protect you guys. Left from Igbo's Insecurity network. So you see the reason why people will start seeing that the only way out is to defend themselves. When some of our leaders talk, so that I feel a little bit worried in my spirit. We cannot just allow people to continuously kill us. One Obiara, he said, don't you have young people to stand up and defend your land and die like women when your elders sold you out to Fulani beats for politics? Some same things Igbo refused, and today they are branded the enemy of the country. One tell me, Kola Wale said, cry babies, for how long will you continue to cry? And unto whom are you crying to? You will all die soon if you don't stand up to your killers. Take actions. One Charles Michael Okechukwu said the federal government will not talk or do anything until Middle Belt form their own security outfit. Then you will see the federal government telling them how it is engaged the constitution of Nigeria. I think I support this. I think I support what this guy Charles Michael Okechukwu just said now. They are saying nothing now when these guys are crying. The day this guy decided to now, okay, we let us die like men. They will start quoting the constitution for them. Does the constitution allow an elder, a cattle elder, to carry an AK-47? Does the constitution allow a Fulani, an elder? Let me rule the word Fulani. An elder now, a cattle elder, to carry AK-47 around? Does the law allow an elder to go into someone else's farm and graze his cattle on his farm? Does the law allow an elder to go into a village because cattle were being killed or roasted, and entire village is being wiped out? Does the constitution also allow, these elders to kill, maim, rape the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? If all these questions I've asked are no, then what is the government doing about it? Rather than asking the people to take laws into their hands. Injustice to one is injustice to all. If people are being killed, people are being maimed, people are being destroyed, and at the end of the day, the government is doing nothing about it, and you expect them to sit down, fold their hands, and watch them be eliminated. Watch them be going into extinction in their own land, their ancestral lands. Yes, my brother, who are actually the owners of these cows? Who are the owners of these cows? Because I know those boys I see in the forests do not have the capability to buy one. Don't talk of those hundreds and thousands of cows that they parade around the Middle Belt and the southern Nigeria. They don't have the financial capability to do that. Who owns this cow? Why are the security agencies not being able to trace who are the actual owners of this cow? Who buy these people this AK-47 that they parade around in the forests? Why are these people not being called to order as of today? If not because they have, an agenda, just like Tiwa Jajuma said, the military are already colluding with the elders. There's a collusion already. Why are they not keeping quiet? If they want to actually raid their cattle, let them go and buy a ranch somewhere. They can buy land, and the government will fence it, and they will fence it. The government will force them to fence it around, and they don't leave the territory there. This is what is being applicable today in many of the developed world. Not this nomadic style, where they will come from Niger, they will come from Mali, Gabon, Senegal, Gambia, into Nigeria, invade our people, kill our people, destroy our farmlands, rape our women at will with their dirty, smelly, uncircumcised bodies. So we should just keep quiet now and allow these people kill us? At least somehow we must defend ourselves. See, the government is no more there to defend us. When you guys are not there to protect us, what do you expect us to do? We report them to you guys arrest them, and after a while you get them released. There is a boy that was caught in Benin City. The video is still on the social media space. I think it was carried by ITV or something like that. The boy was one of those guys who actually broke into the prison during the NSAS protest aftermath and cut away an AK-47. And when they asked him, where is the gun? He said he sold it to one Fulani Aide in Edo State. And I expected by now, the man who bought an police-owned illegal AK-47 will be on the news. That is the end of the news. At least there is a clear evidence that a stolen gun is in the possession of a civilian who is not trained to carry firearms. The guy confessed on camera. But what did they do? The case died. The boy was thrown to court, thrown to prison. The man who bought the AK-47 is working freely in Edo State. I'm very sure the AK-47 will be handed over to these young elders who normally take tramadol and all these illicit drugs to go and perpetrate all manner of crimes in the society. Do you think if that very man that bought that gun was from Edo State, do you think if that man that bought that gun was an Easterner, the name that was mentioned was Okeshuku, or it was Osadelo, or it was Kolawole, that by today, that guy would not be on the news having possession of stolen security firearms. But today, because it was a Fulani guy, the news died. He went into a station. Nobody talk about it anymore. And you want people like me to just keep quiet and allow these things to persist. Come on, guys. The man that is afraid even died before his death. The man that fears dies even before his own death. That is the truth, guys. In the know, they love. Like I said, they're just there. Yeah, there's another news that we need to get to right now. This one is also very, very interesting. My brother, that's what I'm saying. And none of them, Edobo, none of them, none. I've never seen, even they will catch some of them. Before you know what is happening, that is the day they catch them, that's the day the news ends. None of these people had ever been persecuted. None of them. Why? Are they above the law? Are they above the law? They arrest you for speaking, but they leave people who kills and allow them to walk freely. Yeah, admit, I believe that. Emeka, I believe that. I believe that. Let me say this now. Do you know, I had a friend who is a Fulani. No, who is from the north. I don't know if he's a Fulani, he's from the north. He's a military guy. He told me, said when he was growing up, what their parents normally tell them is that they own Nigeria. The orientation that most of them gets is that Nigeria belongs to them. This is the truth. Most of the orientation that they get is that Nigeria belongs to them. So their belief is they own Nigeria, that the South is a conquest. The mindset is still there with them. So that's why they come to the South, they do whatever they want, but you cannot dare do it in the North. Your head will be on a stick in less than 24 hours if you try it. And the police will do them nothing. They killed the woman, the Igbo woman. That somebody came to the front of her shop in Kanu State, washing his leg. And the woman told the guy, please, can you shift a little bit? Why washing your leg on the front of my store? The guy went out and said, the woman have just insulted Muhammad. And they came to her shop, drag her out, beat her up, kill her, and separated her head from her body on the street of Kano. They arrested a few people. At the end of the day, the judge discharged and acquit them. They discharged and acquitted them without no wahala. Do you think anybody would do that in the South? What crime, what atrocity had the IPOB committed that warranted them to be declared a terrorist organization? What? I'm not like Nnamdi Kanu style. But can anybody tell me what atrocity are they committed that will make them to be proscribed a terrorist organization? Before the aftermath of the problem, not after, before. Agitating for freedom. They never had any direct confrontation with any military apparatus, as far as I know. But these guys from the north are done worse than Boko Haram. We see allow them to move freely in our forests. In the first place, in the 21st century, how can you allow somebody to live in the forest? In this 21st century, how can any government, any sane government, allow anyone to live in the forest? In this 21st century, no matter what they think that they are doing, crimes will be committed when people are unable to be accounted for. When people are unable to be accounted for. These people living in the forest, we don't know how many of them that are there. We don't know how they have their livelihoods. When you live in the forest, it means you have no relationship with the outside world. How do you not feed? How do you not be able to buy your daily needs? That shows you go into some form of criminal activities. Either stealing people's crops in their farms, or you're engaging in one crime or the other, enough for you to be able to live a life that you wanted. That's the truth. How will the government of the South, even in the first place, allow it at all? What are they afraid of? Have they gone into an oath or an agreement with these people from the north that they will never come against them? Why are they afraid to speak up? Why are they not seeing what we are seeing? We are, if I want to talk about one Nigeria, can I take pigs to the north into their forest? Can I take pigs or even goats to the north in their forests and allow my goat or pigs to feed on their crops? Or I will live in their forest without nobody knowing that I was there? Now let me read my last news, because I'm getting pissed off. When I'm getting pissed off like this, I will start getting. I don't want to say things that will be heard against me right now, because I'm getting really pissed off. Okay. Gunmen who kidnapped kastina student are Metiala's member. Again, here is now. My brother, these southern governors, they're not just cowards. They have no balls. They don't get brokers. They have no balls, guys. They can't stand up for their people. The reason for their fear is one thing that I cannot even fathom. I've tried to actually see what is the problem, but I've not been able to get at. Except this unnecessary disunity has made all of this so weak that they are afraid that if I speak, my other brothers might decide to betray me. That's their fear, because they refuse to unite. They refuse to speak in one voice. They refuse to come together as one indivisible entity and make a statement. That's why they are cowardly, running away from their responsibilities. Gunmen who kidnapped kastina student are Metiala members. Masari's aide says. An aide to the Katsina State Governor Aminu Masari on Thursday told Sarah reporter that gunmen who attacked government science secondary school in Kankara, the government area of the state, and kidnapped over 300 schoolboys are truly members of Metiala Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria. Can you see that? Gunmen had on December 11 invaded the school, shooting into air to scare away people in the area. recalled that while speaking in an interview on Channel Television Policies Today, Governor Masari said his admission was discussing with the suspected abductors through the miyetti. And these same miyetti are the leaders or the organization body of the Fulani Herdsmen. If an aide of a governor who gets information said the miyetti are actually responsible for the kidnapping of the people, that shows the atrocities being committed by the Fulani elders in the south are actually the handwork of the miyetti. You know how many times the miyetti have said, if one Fulani is killed, many people will go down, and the government done anything about it? No. Have they actually declared this miyetti organization as a terrorist group? No. Okay? He said, we are discussing through the leadership of the miyetti Category organization, miyetti with those suspected to have carried out the abduction. I had a meeting with the Commissioner of Police and heads of security agency 2 or 3 hours ago. There are talks. It's not about who is in charge, but what is of paramount concern to me as the chief security officer of the state is that this student should return home safely. This is what we are talking about. However, the National Secretary of miyetti, Hassana Salah, disassociate the group from any discussion with the government. I'm not aware of any discussion with any group. You are the second person I will hear this from. A colleague of yours called me this in the morning, and I told him the same thing. I've spoken to the state chairman, and he said he wasn't aware of any discussion or negotiation with the schoolboy adopters. Salah told Sarah Reporter. Masari Aide, however, told Sarah Reporter to ignore the National Secretary of miyetti group. This is his business. This is his business. I can assure you we are in discussion with the local chapter of miyetti. The government is in discussion with them. The chairman of the local miyetti is a civil servant with the same government. What the government said, because I was not there, was that they are talking with the bandits, not negotiation. They are talking through miyetti. The government is talking through miyetti. The military in the theater of the operation are not talking directly to the bandit, but the government is talking through miyetti. The miyetti is umbrella body of Fulani, so they are talking with some of the leaders for them to persuade their members. Guys, certain people, Mona, listen to me. Mona, listen to me right now. If an organization, an umbrella body of the Fulanis, categories in Nigeria, now becomes a negotiator to the release of the adoption of over 300 students in a country, and all over the Middle Belt, all over the Southwest, Southeast, and the South, there have been a continuous agitation of the killing, the maiming, the destruction of life and properties of these Satanas by the Fulani elders, the kidnapping and the payment of ransoms by these Satanas to the Fulani elders. That shows that miyetti is actually the Boko Haram. miyetti is actually the bandit. miyetti is actually the cause of the insecurity in the country today. This umbrella body are just there creating this. This is what I'm not saying now. This is an aid from Charly reporter, an aid to Masari, the governor of Kastina State, from Charly reporter is making this very particular claim. Now, Chijioke, let's look at some comment, then we go. Chijioke, there is no difference between Miyetti members, Herdsmen bandits, and Boko Haram. They were all created by northern big wins for selfish political ambition. Unfortunately, the table has turned against them. I believe you, my brother. 100%. I've said this several times. They were created just because of what their brother, Umar Musa Yorada, did to the agitators in the South over what they called resource control. So when the Nigeria Development Commission was created and the NDDC, they decided to do the same in order for them to get from them, because they think the money. You know, there's a senator from Jigawa State who said the oil in the South belongs to the North. So they said it was not our right to get such. So they have to create their own insecurity now for them to actually get what they get. Okay? It's not competition between Fulanis, Miyetti, Elders, and Boko Haram, as the two terrorist organizations are claiming responsibility for the kidnap. This one for Chukudima Jude. The one and Mudasi Saliu Miadoni said none of our business with who stole them. We want the students to reunite with their parents, whether wrestle, force, or peace. You know they are. And the one Akim Aderemi or Motayo say, that's an abomination. Metela are godly people, and Bubu be their patron. Impossible. The one Ghost time Toshiko said, this is getting out of hand. No wonder Aisha ran. Aisha should summon courage and tell the world the truth about Buhari. Immediately, the man heads to Dara for all this. Aisha disappear to tell you she can't bear it any longer. She don't know the man posing as her husband. Wow. this Buhari death, all these people are strong. Then one Maxon said, Miyetti element are the certified and registered missionary arm of Boko Haram. Boko Haram is only headquartered as Sabisa, while the Elders arrangement is the vehicle for national propagation of horror and terror. They are the same. Now, who supplies food to the Herdsmen by helicopter inside the bush? It is foolish to think the government is not aware. My brother, I believe you 100%. One Ayeni Oluwasego Olayinka said, I think this action I like this action because government never sees anything wrong in any of Miyetti action. This is payback period. I sympathize with the parents of those students. One Emmanuel Ezekiel said, I told you guys that this is family affair. The governor said they are in Zamfara forest and that they are making negotiation to release the boys through Miyetti. Now an aide to the governor is saying some members of Miyetti are responsible for the kidnap. This is family talk, my people. Let's face our pending issues. We sat there, we sabi talk. One Suleiman Rabiu said it is clear already. There's nothing hidden about the issue. The terrorist group in Nigeria are known already, but some are just untouchable due to their connections. Look at it. Said it is clear already. There is nothing hidden about the issue. The terrorist group in Nigeria are known already, but some are just untouchable due to their connections. Look at the chief of army staff. People are dying. The man had a python. Wanna see? Wanna see? This is your chief of army staff. People are dying. The man is playing with python. Olawale Oyebode said, meaning that Metela is now a terrorist group and they are yet to be declared as a terrorist group, and IPOB has been declared. Nigeria can never be one because of tribalistic action and sensationalism on one part of the north. Break Nigeria now to save lives. Oduduwa Republic now. Mohammed Andran says some criminals are mingled around the government as insiders. APC government has nothing tangible to show us as Nigerians. Watching Chinedu said the truth will continue to come in the open, which is now confirming that so-called Metiala have been a terrorist organization terrorizing Nigeria, and government has done nothing about it. But some misguided, mischieved makers are condemning people of the East for establishing a security network to protect themselves. Can you see why? Can you see how they reason? My brother, I can see your reasoning, sir. I can see what I can see. One Christopher said, sadly, a Fulani president gave rise to terrorist organizations such as Metiala, Satan. They became untouchable because of Baba. They felt the country was in their hands and the people at their feet. They would have run over the country and had countermeasures not be taken by other tribes. Today, Metiala has grown so big. It is feeding on its own. I pity the poor kids and their parents who were made to believe in a faithful Fulani presidency. One Peter said, some Northerners will still come here to defend what they don't know instead of them to face reality. They know the truth but fail to face it most time, and this is why the leaders or so-called politicians either use their head or easily brainwash them. The best thing that can happen to them is to have their own country. The best thing that can happen to them is to have their own country. I think the way and manner things are going, I think some of us are beginning to fall into that trap or that gap, that belief that the Nigerian of today, like I said, is not working. Sheyi Makinde have said it. Many, even Okowa said it. That the Nigerian of today is not working. It is failed. And the way and manner it is going today, it is worrisome. And why our leaders are scared in the South is one thing I have not been able to fathom out. I've tried to ask what is the reason behind the fear that is gripping the heart of the leaders in the South. I have not been able to get that. I've not been able to know why they are so much scared of what will happen to them if they decide to come out and speak against the injustice meted out on their people. I want to ask a question here. What gave rise to IPOB? What gave rise to one guy to not become the leader, the supreme leader of IPOB? What gave rise to one guy now becoming the mouthpiece of the just in the name of Asari the Kubo. What gave rise to one guy that's not agitating for the redemption of the Yoruba nation? These are different people coming up from different angles, defending their territorial integrity, their ancestral homes, by agitating for the breakup of the union that was actually forced on us anyways in 1914 by the British empires. What gave rise to them? Why did people decided to not get involved in it? What is the rationale behind what happened or what is happening in the South? What gave rise to agitations? What gave rise to the agitations of these different groups, particularly in the South? In 2007 to 2009, we have the Niger Delta militants that ate sway to the economy hub of the nation to a standstill. They put their issues before. Now, while we're still waiting, trying to fathom out what is the problem, we now have the IPOB springing up from nowhere, giving rise to another agitation again. Now, the Oduduwa people, who we have seen as one people who love Nigeria so much, are now beginning to also see from the same angle of the Niger Delta and the IPOB and the Masob. What gave rise? If Nigeria is truly one nation, if they not actually love Nigeria, if not because they see Nigeria, they see the South as a milk that feeds the cows in the North. If they actually see Nigeria as a nation, and they think that the growth of the nation is so much precious to them, why haven't they sat down, just the way Umaru Yar'Adua did, and start talking into the problem of the South and see how it can be remedied? All the roads that have been built, except when they built from Lagos to Ibadan, which is not even up to 1 hour, they are paying 6,000 naira. But when they build for Kaduna to Abuja, they are paying 600 naira. From Lagos to Ibadan, 3,000 or 6,000. From Kaduna to Abuja, 1,500, 600. And we live in the same state, in the same nation. All the roads in the north are being constructed by the federal government right from the 90s. When the same man who's your president today was the PTF chairman. all the project done by the Petroleum Trust Fund were all done in the north. Injustice to people bring rise to agitations. When people begin to agitate over an issue continuously without no stop, a government that actually wants the development and peace of the state must sit down and look into their demands. But rather, the South are being intimidated, are being threatened with Operation Pattern Dance, Operation Crocodile Tears, Operation whatever they call themselves, just to keep the South not to say what they need to say. Why are people agitating? Why is the government of the South not seeing why there are people agitating and speak up to the government of at the central? Say, guys, you guys are pushing these boys to the wall. They are losing their families. They are losing their land. They are losing insanity. They are losing sanity, I mean. And a man who lost sanity can do anything. Why aren't they speaking? Why they keeping quiet by our leaders in the South? What are they afraid of? What? You guys have lived life large, larger than large. Why can't you stand for once and defend your people? One thing these people don't understand in the South is this: the moment there's an uprising and an uncontrolled youth, the first set of people they face are the rich people. The moment the uprising gets out of hand, it has happened in every nations of the world. The first people they face are their presumed enemies, which are the people in political positions, which are the bourgeois in the society. So when you are living around people who are so poor, and yet they are still being maltreated by the society where you have so much control and power, and you said nothing, that brings about agitation and uprising against the government. Injustice does not last forever. It has an elastic limit. That the moment the limit had gone beyond the certain limit, it will not be able to hold anymore, guys. The military should be aware of this. The many years of the downplaying of the Northern Talakawas, the many years of the abandonment of this Northern youth, leaving them to become amajaris, beggars on the street, They're only being taught the Quran. They don't have anything apart. They don't have anything apart, apart of their local way of living. They were not exposed to the Western way, which the South had. At the time, they were able to get their voice for a little through Yusuf Muhammad, who began to teach them little things they need to know with the Islamic background. They rose up against the government of the day. Today, you have Boko Haram spilling into ISIS Africa, spilling into bandit, spilling into headers, killing, maiming the Nigerian people. Now the South, which is relatively peaceful, except the invasion of the elders in the South, and also some little crops of criminal activities happening. Apart from that, the South has been relatively peaceful. Now, the South has now becoming agitative over the inhuman injustice being meted to them in a country they were supposed to belong to. And the government is actually handling them with a kid's glove. Just what they did to Yusuf Muhammad. Waving them with a wave of hand, calling them inconsequential people. Knowing fully well there's going to be a boomerang. Do you know that goats do bite? Goat do bite. Goat do bite. When you push a goat to a limit that the goat knows he had nowhere to go to, it will turn around and fix you. And at the point in time, the goat is ready to die, but not dying without fighting. I want to plead with Nigeria, we should not allow it to get to that stage. You can actually change the narratives, guys. All of you who are, as of today, operating in the corridor of power in the South, please, guys, it is high time you sit together and begin to deal with the issues that is affecting the Nigerian state. We can actually change a lot of things. Please, guys, there's no need of pretending that all is well. The Nigerian state is getting bad by the day. The Southerners are crying for injustice. Injustice to one is injustice to all. If they can negotiate with Miyetti, why can't the federal government negotiate with IPOB? That is my take. I am for United South. If they can negotiate with Miyetti to rescue the boys, why can't this same government negotiate with IPOB to ask them what is the way out? Why is this agitation not ending? What do you want us to do for you guys that will bring peace and tranquility back to the country? If they can't do that, that shows there's imbalance, there's inequilibrium. So one is more favored and more respected than the other. And that is painful to people like me. Thank you guys for today. It has really been a very wonderful time, and we'll see you on Monday. Tomorrow is my free day, so that I need to rest. Okay, so we'll see you on Monday as we continue to educate the people and expand. If you have any news, please send it across to me. I will put your news here. Okay, so that so far there's a source. As far as there's a source to your news, I'll put it up and I'll read it, and we analyze it together. Okay. If you even have a news from any of them, NNamdi Kanu, whoever it is, bring it across. I stand for United Nigeria. All I just want is for our people to come together. And I want to, before I go, I want to say, every one of you, NNamdi Kanu, Asari Dokubo, wounded civilian, Magnus Oreka, grandson, every one of you, even Ijele, please, guys, it is our time we come together right now. Yeah, you might have differences. We can partially put these differences on the table and discuss it out. The Northerners are getting very closer to us. They want to kill us. The Fulanis are already in our forests. Benin Auchi Road is a no-go area. Benin Ore, Okada is a no-go area. Lagos Ibadan is a no-go area. Enugu Port Harcourt is a no-go area. Every nook and corner of the expressways in the south today is a no-go area. Where we are living, we live with our heart in our hand. We pray, if even we can be able to come. Do you also know the worst part of it today? The cost of flight from Lagos to Benin is over 100,000. What is the cost of flight from Europe to Nigeria? From Turkey to Nigeria is 400 euros. From Turkey to Nigeria is 400 euros. But from Lagos to Benin, it's 100,000. What is 400 euros today? Is 200,000. 400 euros today is 200,000. So from Turkey to Nigeria, you pay 200,000 or a little bit more. Then from Lagos to Benin, you pay half of the money you pay for the length of Turkey. The reason why, I don't know. And the road we normally pass home to the east, to the south, from Lagos, to Benin or wherever, is not just unmotorable, is also with great risk because of the rate of kidnapping that is happening along that Benin Lagos Ore road. You're coming from Abuja. I also heard, I think it's about 100 or something from Abuja to Benin by flight. And this flight now is without baggage. So if you have a baggage, so those of us coming from abroad, for example, you have 3 baggages, you are paying nearly 100,000 on your baggage because each baggage costs about 10 or 15,000 or thereabout. I don't know. Before, I don't know how much it is now. Now, for you to not take the road to Benin down to the east, the Benin Abuja Auchi Road is a motorable one, and also the bandits are on that axis, kidnapping people nearly on daily basis. So you see, they've locked us up at the middle. The federal government is doing nothing. The state government are trying their best, but they can't be able to do more because they don't have the security at their disposal. That is why we actually need the community policing. All the state government in the south should at least sit down right now and put up community policing so that they can be able at least to help us in protecting our highways and our forests from our mother and father being raped and maimed by these bandits who are operating freely in our own soil. We don't want to give them our land, just like one of the aide to the president said, Femi Additional, that we should give them our land or be killed. We are not ready to give them our land, and we are not ready to die also. So we are ready to defend our territory as a people legally and make sure we are not being intimidated into submitting our own inheritance to foreigners. So I'm pleading on the government today of all the South-South, all the Southeast, and all the Southwest to come as a matter of urgency together and form a union that will give rise to the protection of life and property before we experience what the middle betters are experiencing today in the North. Aisha Yusufu said in one of her tweets, if Boko Haram is done with the North, they will come to the South. They're already everywhere in the South, waiting for an instruction for them to invade us. It is at time our leaders start seeing what some of us are seeing while we cry on a daily basis to them to help secure our land, secure our future, and the future of our generation. Protect our ancestral land so that we will not be wiped out from the surface of the earth by this rampaging, uncontrollable AK-47 waivers called herders in our states. Thank you, guys. Long live the United States of Nigeria. God bless you all. See you on Monday. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye for now.